Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. Time for a really short video on a new vendor recipe that I think is really important to know about because it's going to create a lot of uses for items that previously have been considered pretty much completely dumpster tier. What this is the Scarab Reroll recipe. So, very simple recipe, and it appears to have been discovered or at least publicized by Reddit user Ruber87. You vendor two of the same Scarab, and you vendor an Orb of Horizons. What you will receive back is another Scarab of the same tier. So I'm feeding in rusted Perandus Scarabs, and I've received back a random Scarab, which ended up being a Torment Scarab. So I actually ended up downgrading from Perandus Scarabs to Torment Scarabs. However, I believe it's equal rarity to get everything. So it's something that's worth definitely keeping in mind as an option. There's a Bestiary Scarab. That's probably an upgrade over what we had before. The thing that's important about this recipe is that it's the sort of thing that in a trade league is going to have a big impact on the best use for the weakest Scarabs. So the best use for Scarabs are like your... the best use for Scarabs like Torment Scarabs will end up being feeding them to this recipe, and that means that there'll be a lot more demand for those Scarabs, because there will be people that will be buying them at a higher price than they previously would have, in order to simply cycle them through this recipe in the hope of getting one of the Scarabs that's a bit more popular. Anyways, very simple recipe, but well worth keeping in mind. 2 copies of the exact same Scarab plus 1 Orb of Horizons, and then you'll get something back. I have tried it with 2 different Scarabs and it doesn't work. And I don't know if you can get the same Scarab back or not. That's just going to have to be something that we'll find out once you've done, say, 200 copies of this recipe and never got a repeat back of what you fed in. Then you can confidently say that it doesn't have any that it has sort of a protection against getting the same thing back. But with only a couple of samples, it's not something I can say. If you've got comments or questions, fire away below. Otherwise, going to leave it there. I hope you have a good one.